sometimes we lose our creative spark and we don't know how to move forward with that. So in this video, I just want to talk about why that happens and maybe how to get some of that spark back, because as you know, and I know, making YouTube videos and trying to build something out of it that potentially could get us out of, the full-time rat race and make money with this takes a lot of creative energy. And so you want to be able to have that momentum moving forward. And the first thing is to maybe identify what that lost spark moment is. And, maybe for you, you used to create because it meant something, but now it just feels like work. And that happens a lot of times. That's a lot of burnout on YouTube. Maybe you're posting videos, but you feel disconnected, and that's it keeps you from why you want to do this in the first place. Both of those things I've encountered myself over the years of trying to do YouTube, and especially over the last year that I have done this every week and trying to do 2 videos or more a week. You definitely feel that stress, that strain on, okay, this meant something to me, but now it's just work. Now I just got to get it done. And that's going to happen with any job and anything that you love to do, but especially when you're creating videos on YouTube. And the truth is, you haven't lost your creativity. You just lost the connection to your clarity. This video, I want to help you understand that it's not the creativity that's lost. It's getting back to the root and the foundation of why you're doing it and who you're doing it for, but the why you're doing it. That's such a big part that people forget when they're making YouTube channels. So when your content feels forced, it's rarely about motivation. It's about meaning and why you're doing it. Idea number 1, your why evolves, and that's normal. Okay. So you got to realize that with that, as you grow your channel and you start doing stuff and figure out where you're going, the why of what you're doing evolves, and you can't allow yourself to feel guilty or confused about it and about making changes to those decisions. You have to understand that that's going to happen. There's going to be some evolution in the why of your doing it. So the reason you started isn't always the reason you should keep going. Sometimes you start for different reasons than where you are right now, because it's building in a different way, or you're seeing different problems that you can help people with and you're excited about it. You don't need to hold yourself to that. Allow yourself to move in those directions and be fluid with those directions. Maybe your life shifts. So like your career or your family or just your age, right? You just keep getting older and older. Okay. So naturally you're going to change what you care about. And that's going to happen every time. Your channel should evolve too. It shouldn't be stuck where it was. And this is why I'm making this channel for midlife creators, 30s, 40s, and 50s. You can be anybody really, but that age group understands that shift, right? You have different careers usually, or maybe you've been in the career for 20, 25 years. You have a family usually, and you're getting older. That's just part of it, right? So things change. What you care about changes. And it's not until you get to your 30s, late 30s, 40s, 50s that you start seeing that more and more. Like when you're 20s and under, you don't see the changes. Everything's bright and beautiful and whatever you want to do, right? But you start to see those changes and what you want, and you start to care more about it. Okay. So allow yourself and your channel to do something similar. Most creators get stuck because they're trying to revive the exact thing that they did before, their old way of doing it, instead of defining a new one. It is perfectly okay for you to define a new direction or a new way of going forward. So maybe you don't have a big channel. Maybe you don't have a channel that is old and needs a new direction. Maybe you need a new direction and you're trying to find the channel's direction for the first time, right? So that's a part of it too. Allow yourself to not be stuck with what you're doing. It doesn't have to be what you've done for your job for 20 years or longer that you do for a YouTube channel. It could be just something totally different. It could be a hobby. It could be something you learned that you liked and you're interested in the last year, and you can decide to make a channel on it. So don't hold yourself to things in the past. Allow yourself to move forward with it. Okay, idea number 2 is clarity before strategy. Okay, you can't fix creative burnout with productivity hacks. So as I kind of jumped into YouTube and trying to make this an actual full-time thing a year ago, I saw so many videos talking about, one, they were saying, don't pick your niche. You do need a niche down eventually, but be broad at first and try different things and see what works. But then also there was so much information about productivity hacks, systems, okay? And that's why this channel is not built off a system. There are workflows and roadmaps and things you can use. There's no one system that's gonna just poof and make you successful and get your videos views and build something that can monetize. And that's not going to happen. You have to develop systems on your own. And productivity hacks are very viral. Those are topics that people love to watch videos about, but they actually don't help with creative burnout. They don't help you define where you're going. Okay, they don't fix those things. You need to have clarity on why you're doing it and the foundation of that before you do any strategy stuff. When you reconnect to your purpose, energy and consistency come naturally again. Okay, so you need to think about your purpose. The strategy of posting schedule topics and thumbnails should serve the why, not replace it. Okay, so I want you to get that. You should know the why. Everything should go through the filter of the why you're doing it. Posting schedule topics and thumbnails are no different. Before your next upload, write one line. The reason this video matters is because, and fill in the blank, right? If you can't finish that sentence, then pause and get clarity, okay? So that's what I want you to work on. The reason this video matters is because, and then finish that. If you can't, do it again until you get it, right? So idea number 3, rediscovery exercise, right? So this is what we want to do. We want to have an exercise or a simple action step to help rediscover the creativity in what we're wanting to do, or the new creativity in what we're wanting to do if you haven't started yet. Okay, so you want to look back. What type of content once made you excited to share? Maybe you've been thinking about starting a YouTube channel and you haven't yet, and there's an idea that you wanted to share for a long time, or maybe you have a channel and you've been sharing stuff. So look back and find out the things that were you're most excited about, or that you're excited about now, still talking about. Then look in, what problems or questions do you love helping others solve right now? And then look forward, what kind of creators do you want to become over the next year? So you want to align those in your videos and in your channel. Look at those, see if some things overlap. Are things in the past that you are passionate about and were passionate about the same as what you're passionate about now and could see yourself doing in the future? Align those, and that helps spark some creativity again for you, or gives you the creativity to start. All right, idea number 4, simplify to feel creative again. So you want to keep things simple. So this is what I've said in a number of other videos. We don't want complexity. It kills the connection and the creativity and everything we want to do, right? We want to simplify what we're doing with the purpose we're doing. We don't want complexity, okay? It kills creativity. When you simplify your setup, your schedule, your message, you create space to discover your purpose. So it can kind of get rid of all the fluff on the top, right? It removes everything that doesn't matter as much and allows you to focus on your purpose. That's why you want to get rid of complexity and simplify. You don't need to rebuild the whole system, your whole thing. If you've already established your channel and what you do and what you talk about, you don't have to rebuild everything from scratch. You don't have to start a new channel, although that's what I did here because it's a different audience. What you do need to do is just remove the friction from that point this week, or whatever is causing you the most friction in the way you're making stuff or the ideas you're doing. Try to remove that and simplify that as best you can. Okay, so here's some things that will help you move forward in finding that clarity and the creativity that you want. If I could leave you with one thing this video, it's that you can't find your creative why by chasing views. You have to find it through your values. And the only way to do that is by kind of reconnecting and simplifying and thinking about your purpose and the why you're doing this. And if you can find that, it'll give you creativity for all the videos moving forward. So this week, I want you to take 10 minutes and rewrite your creative why. Don't do it as a slogan, but do it as a sentence that feels true to yourself and your channel and what you're trying to build. And take some time just to reflect on that and get your creativity back. If you are looking for help or want a community around this to be able to help encourage you, give you feedback on what you're doing, join the Creator Lab community in the description below, where we have a bunch of creators just like you trying to build their channels, monetize it, and grow something on purpose. So I'll see you over there. Also, if you want to figure out how to create a faster editing workflow so that you can do this in 3 hours or less, click this video right here and I will see you over there.